Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Lydia here with your full moon reading in Capricorn for June 21st or 22nd depending upon where you are in the world. And we are right after, the full moon is right after the summer solstice in the northern hemisphere, the winter solstice in the southern hemisphere. And oh my goodness, the energies are high. Boy, are they high. If you haven't been feeling that already, it's basically a few weeks prior to and a few weeks after the solstice, and I guess because we have a full moon as well, you're going to feel the energies. And boy, oh boy, there are ways that you could feel this, whether it is like physically feeling the energies or just not really knowing exactly where it's coming from, what the energy is feeling like within you. It's just this off feeling or this good feeling, one or the other, or both. And it's pretty intense actually how things are progressing. We are feeling the evolution of consciousness as we are raising it continuously, I believe, from moment to moment. And because the solstice happens just before the full moon, we're also, and being in Capricorn as well, there's a intellectual part of it as well. Cancer is all about the heart as well, very emotional. And so we've got kind of the balance between the two, and we have this perfect opportunity to get things done, to be able to achieve that which we want to achieve and know that we have success that could be coming from this as well too, and that it matters for you to be doing this. We're heading into a very interesting time from July into December, from the next 6 months. June is sort of this transitional time period as well, and so where we are, June was kind of an interesting one. There's ups and downs, ebbs and flows throughout this month, but from June to December, we are going to start to see a little bit of a difference in our evolution that we have with the planetary aspects. And I once again ask you or encourage you to go and check out some astrological readings that you find from your favorite people on on videos or so forth, or even just in newsletters, and just be able to check to see where the aspects of the planets are at this time, because we are definitely moving up when it comes to our evolutionary status. And with every passing day, honestly, you're going to start to see something different in the world. You'll see that globally, you'll see it within yourself as well. Aha moments, special spiritual gifts that'll start to come out as well. So this time period is very iconic, and I do encourage you, if you do have the option to be able to go out and celebrate the solstice as well as the full moon, please do. This is every solstice and every equinox. I encourage you to go out and enjoy, do a ceremony, enjoy, acknowledge the differences in the sun and where things are at, because it's important where the solar energy is coming from. It's basically encouraging our cells right down to the DNA to be able to change and to shift into that crystalline structure that we're supposed to be, to activate those the energies within us that are activating us to become our higher self, and bringing in more and more of the aspects that we have living in our incarnations at this time into this one lifetime, to get rid of all the karma, get rid of anything that that no longer serves us, and bring the memories of those incarnations into this one body. So I do encourage you to do that. So having said that, let's look at the very first card that we have. We've got basically two card decks that we're looking at this time, and I might be using the guidebook for this. Moonology, the Moonology Oracle deck by Yasmin Boland. And we also have the Star Codes Astro by Heather Roan Robbins. So let's get right into it. The first card is from the Moonology deck, and it is Have Faith in Your Dreams, the Waxing Crescent Moon. Having said that, looking at the card, we also have this beautiful purple, like purple, and if you look at the flower that's up there and the butterfly, it is yellow. When I look at these colors, I think that they're actually quite deliberate, and I believe that when you see that, the purple, it has to do with the psychic energies that are also increasing. And we also have the butterfly, which is transformation, changing in our way and structure of who we are, and it's definitely very apparent at this time. So let's look at this and see what it has to say. I'm just going to basically read through the guidebook here. Don't give up. The situation you're asking about is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. And this is encouraging us to go on with our dreams. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. And that's true too, as we're going through projects, as we're going through even relationships or careers that we are pursuing, or educational pursuits, we know that there is an end game from it, whether or not it's getting that relationship, getting that individual that you're falling in love with, or that you're enhancing a relationship, and that could be in any way, shape, or form, whether it is romantic or not. But it's also saying that you are totally entitled to complete the goal, the dream, the project that you have going, and be a success from it. The waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. So little steps, action steps basically are important to get what you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on the question you're asking about, and allow your higher self to download information to you about your next best step. And that's, again, we've got this history. The higher self knows best and knows where we're supposed to be on our life purpose map. So that is, if you want to get something, then just ask them. Ask your higher self. And them, when I say them, I mean the guides that you have are eternal guides. So overall, this card suggests there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you're asking about. So keep the faith. And that's what I say. Basically, we have this opportunity, especially with the planetary aspects moving the way that they are, that we can actually have a success, an achievement that we've been looking forward to, or really, really wanting to see in our lives. And we have to have the focus for it. So the attuning to the moon part of this is, I am focused on what I want. This is a highly achievable manifesting time period as well, because of where we are. And the Capricorn is very ambitious, opening up to successes, very focused, can be very focused, sometimes not. But basically you are looking at a very highly productive time period between now and into the early parts of July. So take advantage of that for where you are with your dreams. Additional meanings, just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting. And that is especially when it comes to putting it out there and trusting in spirit to get things done. This is the time period. Trust that whatever you put out there, your energy, the energy of thought, the energy of creation is happening, and that it will manifest in a physical form once you put a little bit of effort into it. So again, excuse me, where energy goes, action and attention, or attention, when attention goes, wherever attention goes, energy flows. That means that if you're putting attention and focused attention into something, you will have it manifest. Don't look back, stay focused on moving forward. This is important as well. Don't ruminate upon the past. The past is the past. It's gone, done, over with, sayonara. In that case, learn from your past if you need to, especially from the learning experiences that we're supposed to have, that Spirit has given us. But also acknowledge that you are in this present moment and that you have the opportunity to move forward with successes, with achievement, for whatever it is that you're doing, what you want to see in manifested physical form, okay? So be patient as events unfold. There will be events that are happening on the outskirts, as well as processing everything that is happening. You could have some small delays. Allow that to happen. Spirit knows best as to the divine timing of when things are meant to happen. And dig a little deeper to find more courage should you need it. Now, we have courage within, and we build courage from every time we have our learning experiences here on this plane of existence. And it means that we are building strength upon strength upon strength. That equals courage. So know that you have the courage, because we've been here for quite some time. And even if we haven't, we have built it within this lifetime. Built strength upon strength, because I'm sure all of us have gone through some crazy stuff in our lifetime and in all of our incarnations to build the courage that we have. Have courage that you're going to get to where you need to, and you're going to find the material where you want it in a goal that's better than you can even imagine because of what spirit can give you without an attachment. When they say do not attach yourself, don't be attached to the outcome, it simply means if you want something in particular, try as hard as you can to not fixate on exactly what it is that you want. You say, well, basically, this is the goal. It's a generalized goal. It's something that is basically there for me to be able to achieve. It could be a car. I'd like a car. This is a material thing. I'd like a car because I really do need to get to my destinations, point A to point B, in the most efficient way possible. And you have your idea. If you're fixated on something, you have an idea, whatever it may be, a Honda, and you're not sure where you're going to be able to get it from or how it's going to happen or whatever the case is. Don't attach yourself to the Honda. Don't attach yourself to the exact vehicle. Now, having said that, you could actually get it, but do not attach yourself to that particular outcome because spirit might be able to say, hey, there's a neighbor that is selling their car. It is brand spanking new. They've done more highway driving than anything within the city, and it is in perfect shape. There's great, basically the odometer is in a perfect amount for you. You're basically ready to take this car, and it's nowhere near the price that you're going to be paying for it. So don't attach yourself to the outcome, to your successes. Okay, just that's one of those things. But know that your dreams are made to come true because you are getting your guidance, you're getting the idea for your dreams, the process for your dreams, the step-by-step for your dreams from spirit. You're working in co-creation with spirit. So when you pull this card, suggests you really need to pursue your dreams and being focused on what it is that you want to see from it too. Again, a little bits of step-by-step process towards your goals. When this comes to a relationship, if you are you're attempting to get somebody, but you're not sure who that might be, write your things down. Basically, I did that point by point. What do you want in a person? Do you want them to be spiritual? Do you want them to be enlightening and encouraging, supportive? You can even get as specific as the height, the hair color, the eye color. If you want, it's totally up to you at that point. Again, be open to who comes to you. And that's if you don't have anybody. If you do have somebody and you would like to encourage more in the relationship, again, there's loads of things that you can do to access the goal, quote unquote, the goal that you want. But do not be attached to what comes because spirit knows better than any of us do. Let's go on to the next card, which is in the Star Codes Astro. We've got Descendant, Invitation. All right, now this I definitely have to look at the cards because I actually haven't memorized everything. So having said that, our invitation at this time is to pursue that which is our enlightenment, pursuing the goals that we have through enlightenment. That might mean meditation. That might mean looking into just like our focus and where that is being split. Say, for example, if we've got distractions, there's a load of things that invitation could mean. So let's read through this and see. While the Ascendant describes how you enter the world, the Descendant is the place where you invite equal others to come into your world. It describes how you see these peers, what you project upon them, and what you were trained to respect in them. The Descendant is where the sun would be at sunset. So that's the astrological placement of what the Descendant means, or the Descendant planet is. In the action, look at how you invite others to dance with you, to relate. Be welcoming, while also keeping healthy boundaries in place. Once you feel comfortable about your ground rules for the people you bring into your life, it is easier to open your heart. And that is true too. Once you recognize that you are in a particular place, if you're very vulnerable, then that could be maybe like a time period where you have to be very clear about your healthy boundaries. So just keeping that in mind. If you notice that you keep people at a distance or avoid meeting new people, investigate this habit. Though it might have been important to protect yourself at one time in your life, consider how it is working for you now and what would help you feel safe enough to open this door. That is, again, being open to relationship as well as people that come and go within your life, but also, again, keeping healthy boundaries. Also notice in what areas of your life you ask other people to do your work for you. The descendant can point to what you might try to import from other people. While this practice can refer to an important skill in a work situation, it has its dangers in a personal relationship. And so if you feel disempowered, you might be drawn to powerful people. And I don't know about you, but I think that has happened in almost every one of our lives where we have felt disempowered. And in that case too, look closely and you might see someone who is trying to overpower you or whom you feel, in your perspective, is overpowered or overpowering you. That disempowers you. Even your perspective of that person being in a controlling place can actually disempower you. So if you feel disempowered, you're drawn to powerful people. If you're an extrovert who inwardly craves emotional and spiritual intimacy, you might draw in someone who helps you cozy up at home. It's wonderful when others can help you develop latent characteristics within yourself, but if you ask them to do this work for you and they leave, there goes your resource. If you see them as only an extension of yourself, you can't really see them. When you develop your own resources, you can see these others as whole beings with their own needs and gifts. This is what a wonderful place of advice, especially for the solstice in Cancer, because it's a flow of emotions. It's basically tapping into, where are you feeling right now? What is it that you're feeling right now? How do you feel about other people? How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel about spirit? This is that reflect. The reflection part is the full moon and how it actually happens right after the solstice, or right around the same time. The energies are culminating in there for you to be introspective as well. So, and if you know that you're giving your power away, ask of yourself, what is missing? What is it that you are needing to, what learning experience is this giving you at this time? What are you supposed to be learning? Ask spirit for your help, the higher self for your help in figuring out what it is that you that you're missing at this time. If you tend to the inlet to your heart, then you're inviting in relationships that are clear, healing, nurturing, self-responsible, and encouraging a mutual evolution. These are this ends up being your tribe, basically. So call in your tribe or ask spirit to help you bring the resources that end up being your tribe at this particular time. So it's very wonderful. It's an invitation for you to figure out, being very reflective of your past, where you are in your present, and how your emotions are governing where you are, because the emotional energy is very important, especially when you're trying to create your goals. So just knowing that, and also acknowledging that the people that are around you can be either working for you or kind of showing you what you need to learn about yourself. So very lovely invitation at this particular time, and it kind of goes very much with both the solstice in Cancer and the full moon in Capricorn. And our last card here, also from the Astro Oracle, is Pisces Sensitize. Pisces is a sensitive constellation. People in Pisces, or who are Pisces, have that sensitivity, especially to I'd have to say also to the spiritual, knowing in their reality they can be very dreamy and very understanding of the fact that they love the alternative reality, the differences that are not quite in this particular reality. But you have to be very careful too, because then you can fall away into that alternative state, dreamy state, and not recognize what needs to be done in this reality. Having said that, let's look at Sensitize. The symbol for Pisces is two fish, usually swimming in opposite directions. Pisces rules the feet and resonates with wetlands, streams, and ponds. ruled by expansive Jupiter in traditional astrology and by intuitive Neptune in modern astrology. Mutable water sign Pisces calls us to sense our dreams and intuitive perceptions for the trickles and streams of understanding. The sun shines in Pisces from February 20th to March 20th. And that, what this is also saying too, I like I said, I encourage you to look at the astrology of right now and into this next 6 months, because Neptune does have an aspect that you would want to probably look at. Especially, we've also got where Pluto heads into Aquarius, but has been in Aquarius, and just basically seeing where everything kind of aligns with your houses as well. The action here, Pisces asks us to swim in the ambitious or ambient pool of emotion and be moved to compassionate action. Boy, is that ever needed right now. With Pisces, think of a vast watery landscape with streams meandering over fields, through ponds and swamps, where the different elements and diverse species flow together in one subtle, boundaryless, and fertile landscape. Appreciate all the diverse voices in this situation and take them as tributaries to your river. The complex ecology has so much more to say and is so much more robust than any simple monoculture. The situation you are facing is also subtle and complex, but that's its strength. This moment calls for finer perceptions, a more sensitive microphone. Be as aware of other people's feelings as you are your own, and that is important. It goes right in line with the invitation as well. But know whose feelings are whose. So in other words, you could actually see people on the outside too whose energies can blend with your own, and in that case you don't actually understand or know whose energy or whose emotional energy is actually that you're feeling at that particular time, especially if it's anger or resentment or something in a negative capacity, negative polarization. You're affected by it, and you react from it, or you are giving an outburst. You're not sure whether or not that person's emotional energy or yours, or if you're sensitive like Pisces are, you could be feeling it from the environment. So just keeping that in mind. Track carefully who you soak up from others, or what you soak up from others, and what is true to your own wellspring. Learn to honor a twin perception, that we are both individual cells with our own work to do, and that our cells are embedded in the body of creation. Healthy boundaries help us do our individual work, and that is so very true. Spiritual practice can help us shift our perception from the cell mind to our role in the body of the one. Important to note in this case is that the twin perception could also be, what you're feeling, and that goes right in line with this entire reading. You know exactly what you're feeling, but if you don't know what you're feeling, then go within and find out. Do a little bit of a meditation. Figure out, where is this sparking from? Is there something that is being released from a past part in your life, or past life or incarnation? Knowing that that's a karmic release that will happen when you integrate all of your incarnations into this particular lifetime. So keeping all this stuff in mind, it's very complex, but I'm sure you could figure this out. So the gift with this, tune into the healthy ecosystem with Pisces sensitive perception. We're all cells in the body of the one. Healthy individuals contribute to the health of the whole. So yes, we are all one, and we are contributing to the all that is. Every experience that we have, we are bringing all of whatever energy that we are releasing from its conclusion and or what we are learning into the all that is. So, and as well as to the earth grid. And that's another thing about the solstice that is very important too, is that this is when the earth's magnetic ley lines, or energy field, energy lines within the earth, the chakra system of the earth actually shines. It's a incredible time period. The solstice is I believe one of the major, the summer solstice, or basically solar solstice, is very important in that way. But I also believe that the winter solstice, the equinoxes, the aspect of where it is and where the sun is at that time is very important for the ley lines of the earth. So knowing that too, it amplifies, it basically takes all the energies that we have been letting go from karmic influences and or concluding experiences and anchors it into the grid, and it changes and upgrades the earth. So our I guess synergistic and or symbiotic relationship with the earth is very important, especially at this time. It's amplified at the solstices and the equinoxes. So keeping this in mind, this is a very iconic, energetic time. The challenge here too, just to keep in mind, Pisces permeability can leave you lost in a swamp, amorphous, wondering whether your sadness is your own or if it has been sponged up from your surroundings. Empathize with others, but don't try to carry everyone else's pain for them and double the burden. And that's a caution, basically, because sometimes with our nurturing time, and this is another part of the solstice in Cancer, in that we are at a very nurturing time period. Cancer is very nurturing as well, very like the mother aspect. And this is one of those times too, if somebody's going through something and we don't want to take on their pain, they need to have that pain in order to grow. So we can ease it by supporting them and also helping them to kind of give them a little bit of a warning of what could come up, especially if you're finding that you're that you've gone through what they've gone through, then you can help them along their way. But you can't always hold the world upon your shoulders. So as much as we would love to help the world in that way, then we're unable to do that. But anyways, let's look at this reading all together. So we have have faith in your dreams, waxing crescent moon, and it's incredible in that we're able to have our dreams come to fruition, but we do have to have we have to put a little bit of effort into it. We have to give a little bit of action and have faith that your dreams are going to come true, because you have this energetic idea, which is in co-creation with spirit, and it's already starting to form in the ethers. And all you need to do is basically keep putting and feeding that energy into it. Where attention goes, energy flows. That means that your ideas do have that opportunity to become manifested, especially at this very productive time. Then we have descendant invitation. This is that invitation to accommodate other people into your life, but also with healthy boundaries, and knowing that you do have the opportunity for the resources of these other people to come into your life. Just send it out there to spirit and to your higher self for help if you need. As well as Pisces, sensitize, knowing that Pisces is very sensitive, and we can actually be sensitive to other people's energies, knowing that anything that's in the world, say for example globally, we could be very sensitive to what is happening out there. Most of us do see what is happening, but the other thing too is trying not to let the drama of everything that is happening get to you. Try to stay within your heart, knowing that that is the opportunity to send out compassion, to send out love to everyone that is there. And that energy is real. It can pacify as well as keep things peaceful, bring things to a peaceful state, because we are creating our reality from where our energy is coming from. Be sensitive to other people, acknowledge and empathize with what is out there without taking on their guck, because that's not for you to do. Take it on as much as you can for support, only for supporting them, but not taking on the world. So I hope that this helps. I hope that this reading helps. And oh my goodness, I hope you have a wonderful full moon in Capricorn this June. Take the time to celebrate. And if you like this video, please click on that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Also, I encourage you to go to my website, takebackyourpower.live, and please sign up for my free newsletter, which lets you have a channeled message that indicates what's happening the following week. And boy, things are really moving with the next little while. So I encourage you to do that. Thank you for watching. I appreciate your I appreciate you in general, and I hope you have a wonderful full moon as well as a wonderful solstice in Cancer. Thank you very much, and bye for now.